You are watching Just Some Mild Criticism.
Hello, everybody on YouTube. Good morning. This is the Just Some Mild Criticism podcast. Today, we have special guest Hedonistbeatz and tommylintz with us today. They're from the UK. How are you guys doing today?
Great, yeah, feeling good.
Yeah, we was just recording some music literally just before we call. We was down to Austin. We have some cool little things to say. But earlier in it, we told you a minute ago, which was pretty cool. Which we said we was going to like do it on here, didn't we? Do you remember? You probably don't, but trust me,
Yeah.
it was cool. How are you doing anyway, everyone? You, Austin?
I'm doing great, bro. I'm doing great, my friend. I'm doing great.
It's amazing, man. And also, literally, this was the reason I actually got on Discord as well. So that's another cool thing. Literally, I ain't been on it for so long, so it's pretty cool to get back into the gist of it. It felt like an old person setting it up, to be fair.
So for both of you guys, we do have some interview questions. So we're going to start off pretty decently. It's going to be Voloco related and just music related in general. When did you guys know music was for you?
I knew music was for me. It's literally from like, it's always just been a part of like our family. Like literally, we was just raised up on every different genres, everything. Like my dad plays guitar, my uncles they read like do music quizzes, everything. Like going back from the 50s and 60s, my uncle when he does them, no joking, tell you the dates, the record labels. And my mother, she's just always been very like she was like loved music predominantly like in the 80s because where it's all different changes going on, you know what I mean? Music just people was experimenting with it left, right, and centre, weren't they? Do you know what I mean? It was just like crazy times. So now I've just been like moulded with all the different types, and I just actually love making it. But I didn't know I was ever going to be doing any singing. I did write earlier age, like doing raps and all that sort of stuff, but I never tried singing. But when my dad taught me guitar, like he learned the basics, which you know what I mean. A couple of guitars were broken in the process, but yeah, like when I started actually writing songs and finding more of a tone to my voice, like learning the tunings a bit more and the chords. Yeah, that's when I really got into it. To be fair, yeah. What about you, Tom?
Well, yeah, basically the same. The family was all music, innit? Really, it was because my uncle started doing music. That's when I started doing it. That's when I started hopping on it. He introduced me to all the process of making music and all that. So honestly, when he started showing me, yeah.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. And honestly,
two legends, bro. Damn. I'm telling you, watch out.
That's what I was saying. And then before, which I think was quite funny, I was like, like back in the days when I used to see a profile, because like I was like, you done a video where you rated a couple of people, didn't you? And I was like, oh no. Like literally, like 2 ways to make an engagement or something in case I got a video. And I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, I've always thought you were dope as hell, literally 100%. And yeah, you can catch. It's certain beats like I'll have to think of them, but like literally you'll get the production of how you're trying to get a sound. You make it sound so good, and you're like creative with what you're writing as well. So, and also Mariposa as well, which I mean, like lovely missus for you. Like I think she's such a lovely lady. Also, like the way she's changed in her production as well. It just shows you, like what I mean. I think you've got like really good ear, mate, for music. It's really nice to hear. 100%.
Well, that is very interesting knowing that you guys come from like basically a family line of music. Not a lot of people have that when they start off as music artists, so that's really cool that comes from you guys. Like it's almost like you were born for music.
Oh yeah, that's like honestly, you just feel so connected with it. Even like I suppose when we go for our writer's blocks and we feel a bit disconnected from it, it's always so sometimes it could be a vicious circle, but sometimes what I mean, it's worth you're always in love with it, do you know what I mean? No matter how much changes.
100%.
Yeah, that's what I mean, man. Like it's probably the same for you as well, isn't it, Austin? You know what I mean? And for you, obviously, you know what I mean. When you like something, it's a nice hobby or a passion. Like we've even got a few of them. It's really good to just like what I mean, dive and delve into them.
Yeah, get the stuff off your mind. Like it's just a great escape. You know what I mean? And plus, it's so much fun to fucking do. I mean, it's so much fun. Like I mean, like you can never take that out of it because that's what the great part about this whole thing is. It's fun. Now if it's monetized and there's money involved, that's always great too. Everything that comes involved with it is fun. But at the end of the day, when you break everything down, it's fun. It's what we enjoy. Like at the end of the day, it's a passion. You know, it's
Exactly. And if
Mhm.
you can connect your energy somewhere, what makes you feel better, like, or just change the way from your feeling, like, you know, when you're stuck in your sitting in your mind, if you got something you put your energy to sort of do that, and then it's just really good. Do you know what I mean? No matter what art you do, like, always put yourself in something you actually love and can excel in. Do you know what I mean? Then it just makes you appreciate things more. Obviously, definitely.
Exactly, 1,000%.
So I just like this up there. Hmm.
So should I go on to the second question? Okay, so the second question is so guys, so how did you find Voloco?
I found Voloco literally on one of them APK sites, and I was just like, it was under the music and audio one. And I was just like, let me give this a go. Do you know what I mean? See what it's about, yeah. Because I originally thought it was like some karaoke app, yeah. And then I could see you actually could put beats on the app. And at the time, obviously, I was going for that weird, wacky FL stage where I was just like, oh, let me just try something to see, or whatever. So, yeah, I started predominantly uploading beats, yeah.
Yeah.
And then giving it a little go every time. And there was a few, you know, when you start getting a few likes in, it starts giving you like, oh my God, I want to try a bit harder or whatever. And then Big Silver Surfer was like hopping on some of my beats, and then like we end up getting talking to each other because she sung a couple of my beats, and then I made another beat with an open verse. Like, and I really thought I thought he's gonna see it, yeah, and yeah, basically hop on it, and then yeah, when we spoke for emails, we started speaking to each other, and like it's been literally such a big long journey since, like, through both our lives, so much different like life events, like, so it's really brought us close. Do you know what I mean? It's just like that is one person I felt like was my mentor, my like confidence, everything. Like just, and then once I started collabing with a couple of other people, it's just like, and then I started hearing other artists, and I was like, whoa, some of these artists that actually do sound like excellent. You know what I mean? Especially when I first see Ryan's Spilt Milk. Yeah, first time I see that, I was like, wow. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like
1,000%.
Alicia T, like what's his name? Dial Don. That's and Deadly. But that was the first artist I see. Do you know what I mean? And then obviously as we've been on here longer, we've joined the community and spoke to other artists, and like since there's been so many. Do you know what I mean? 100%. It's just like even though me and you have evolved, didn't it, Austin? That's what I'm saying. Like it's just how we've both evolved from what our band was originally to what it is now.
It's crazy.
Crazy. Like I listened to some of the older stuff, and I remember at the time thinking, "Oh my God, this sounds so good." But when you're listening to your own stuff, you sort of get blinded by your own. Do you know what I mean? So it's like once you put your quality up and it starts getting a bit better, it's just like, man, this is crazy. Difference.
100%.
It's crazy. Yeah, exactly. 1,000%, dude. Because yeah, you'll go back to some of those old songs and be like, oh my God, I thought that was the shit back like a month. Well, I can go back a month ago. I swear to God, I go back a month ago and listen to my tracks. I'm like, like, oh God, like I could change so much of this shit. But
Yeah.
it's cool to see the process. Like and if a lot of artists would like kind of utilize that and kind of look at that and just and more or less like embrace like seeing like the progress versus like trying to dog a process, it's kind of, you know, it's just cool to see artists, you know, if you actually like, dig into it and just see their progress. It's cool when there is progress.
Also, with Tom, like I showed you Voloco, innit?
Yeah.
But literally, Tom was showing his songs, yeah, and I was thinking, my God, man, these songs are just fucking like even your progression in it, Tom. Like,
Yeah, 100%.
my God, like when I hear Tom's songs now, sometimes I think to myself, like,
Dude,
that sound like, it's like,
dude,
like different, innit? You know what I mean? It's banging. Like, do you know what I mean?
dude. Tommy, Tommy, Tommy boy, get the fuck on where everybody can hear you, please, bro, please.
Yeah, I will definitely. I will.
Jesus Christ, fuck, they need to hear you.
Just curious then. So, how did you both hear of Voloco?
I'll let you start, Mom.
How I found Voloco? It actually started when I was like late 15, just turning 16. I found Voloco as like a free auto-tune app because I wanted to start music, but I'm like, it was like a very big thing in the SoundCloud era back in the day where everyone was basically trying to like be the next Little Pump or whatever. But I wanted to make music unique to myself. So I found Voloco on the App Store when I had an Android, so more like Google Play, but same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I just started out. I bought a mic from wish.com. I started off with like this horrible like little setup, but Voloco back then, you could upload beats and stuff, but Voloco isn't like how it is now. The software was very tacky and it was just really unenjoyable. It was probably better for iPhone users, but for Android users like myself back in the day, it was not it. Like if you had an Android, you couldn't use Voloco up to its peak, but it definitely changed over time. I didn't really use it to upload my music, but I did use it to make music for SoundCloud and stuff. I gave it a break when I was like 17 because I was like, the music I was making was really bad. I was just not good. It was a skill issue on my end. I was definitely overdue for a break, but when I became 20 years old, I came back to Voloco and I saw a lot of vast improvements and I was able to meet like a lot of underground artists like myself. It took a while to collab with people. I remember having like no followers. I had like 38 followers, if that. I was mainly trying to promote my YouTube channel, but over time it definitely paid off. I met with a lot of amazing artists. I'm dating an amazing artist right now, so it's a little butterfly effect on my end, but yeah, it's honestly paid off. I've worked with a lot of great people, and I've met a lot of great people, some bad people too, but yeah, I definitely say Voloco changed my my life a little bit when it comes to the underground music industry.
Yeah, I've always thought, honestly, I've always thought it's incredible. Like, to me, you was the first person I see actually doing, like, like your YouTube as well, like you're saying. You was the sort of first person I see actually really content creating, like, literally doing, like, because, not just for Loco, you was literally content creating this, which I thought was just really sick. Because at the end of the day, the engagement you can get, if you get good at it, like, obviously, you're like, which you are. But I'm saying, like, once you get more experienced at it and stuff, it's just crazy, like, how much more confidence and skills you can get, and you know more how to get engagement. Because when you don't know how to get engagement on something, it's really crazy. And I'd say YouTube and like TikTok, for me, when I do YouTube engagement, to me, it's when I like to watch things more seriously. I'm not a very short video person. Do you know what I mean? I'm sort of, because I feel like when you watch too much short stuff, it makes you lose your concentration span. Like, for me anyway, you're focused. Do you know what I mean? So it's like really cool how you can just put yourself like into the point where you're actually doing that and have the confidence to do it 100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What about you, Hunt?
So like it was like I said in the last podcast, I was that closet door rapper with Voloco I found on the iPhone app or whatever. And then I posted it by accident, and then Deadly was like, "Can you repost it and just keep it out there?" So I ended up doing that. But the long story short, because I explained that in the last podcast.
That's right.
Yeah, but the long story short, the great part about it was just meeting the people like through the app. Like I've got legit like long-term good friends that I've met through this app that at the end of the day goal was like it's great to have a lot of plays and all this and that, but what the end great part is to have people that I can end up calling on the phone like, "Hey bro, can you listen to this and legitimately tell me what's good or what's bad?" Like, have a musical comment, because there's a lot of friends that you have like close to you that you can be like you want, "Hey, you want to listen to my song?" They're like, "Oh fuck, not again, bro." Like, really. But like you have those musical people that you can talk to through the app like this, and it's great like in that sense because those people will listen. And then And at the end of the day, well, if it's great on Voloco, then let's fucking maybe put it on DistroKid because I've
Yeah,
had 2 artists over
yeah,
here that are gonna fucking do that
yeah.
now.
That's what we're doing. That's one thing we was actually going to say, but we didn't
Yeah.
know when to say it. Yeah, we both actually jumping on it, man.
Yeah.
Jumping on jumping on platforms, and we're starting today.
Yeah,
So
started today.
let's put it that way. Yeah. And I just thought, you
Let's
know
go.
what, me and Tom's been speaking, like, we're just like a bit like elevating, and we've like elevating each other, elevating ourselves. We're just like taking it so much more serious now. And even though now I don't think I'm far from what the best I can be, but now I feel like I'm actually at the point where I feel like I can make a start of doing this stuff. Do you know what I
Confident
mean?
enough to put it
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Let's show it. Let's show it. Exactly. Come on. That's awesome, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Both of you fucking mother.
And then that's what I'm saying. Me, you, Tommy, we done that track. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be getting done, innit?
I'm 1000% putting that track out that we did, the Casper one. I'm gonna put that out. It'll probably be out with give it like 5 to 8 days or something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna put that out for sure.
No, it's going to be really cool. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously the good thing about it, obviously it being on loads of different platforms. Because like there's some like with the Apple ones and stuff like that. Obviously I'm Android. Do you know what I mean? So I don't rarely go on that. But with it being on different ones as well, which is going to be it's booming. Yeah. Actually, I do think that with certain things, you know, when people send you certain things, like obviously, and they send you like obviously the Apple link one, like even though you still do that, but to me, you know, like when you're less of that sort of user in it, when it's something you're actually on, I feel like you're more inclined and you jump on it more. Do you know what I mean? Which is good to be more flexible. And I think it's really cool as well. You know, when you're doing like videos and stuff, and then you'll have your name in the title of the video, like on the audio and stuff like that. Do you know where people can click it and be like, oh, it's that tune. If they use it on their reel and stuff like that, and it starts getting engagement and trending, geez, could you imagine it? You never know what's going to happen, do you?
Exactly.
All right. So, I mean, this next question you guys kind of touched base on a little bit already, but I'm just going to ask it anyways. It's, would you say Voloco has helped you grow more and more to inspire you to work harder?
Yeah, I would say so. With all the comments under the songs, it kind of like, I don't know, kind of inspires you kind of to like do better.
Absolutely.
And with what's it called? With making music, the comments, I don't know, like I'd probably be like stuck. I'd probably be terrible if it weren't for like people reassuring me that it's fine, like it's good, it's like it's great. So honestly, the comments, like honestly, me and my uncle as well, when he teaches me all different types of you know, ways to get better at you know the craft. We're always learning it. So
100%, Tom. Also, as well, do you want to tell you what? Like, I just think, do you know what I mean? Obviously, when like you know, even with your vocal chains and all that stuff, Tom. Yeah, it's just like every time like we show each other, like every time you show me anyway, I'm like, damn, it's crazy. Like if you do that, like even with the side chain with the reverb and stuff like that, yeah. And it's just like, man, like the sound difference from it sounding more amateurish compared to it sounding more professional than it did. It's just like, geez, like where the hell, like as if we've only just discovered it. But when we're actually discovering that stuff, it's just like, you know, like trying to match the beat, trying to complete it, trying to feel the sound, like literally everything. It's just like when you find new ways of doing it, that's what keeps you inspired and talking to people as well. You know what I mean? But it's just like,
yeah,
you've always got to when you're creating, like it's always trying to find something else that drives you in it. That don't you think? It's just the one. Literally, you look like you're frozen, Austin. You know,
What?
You look like you're frozen for a second. Oh,
he's locked in.
Whoops, sorry. I'm back.
Hey, I thought. Like literally, any Austin as well. Like I was gonna say, like the amount of like engagement we've had and the amount of hours we've like spoken, like told each other certain things, and even like you would give your opinion, you would say, "Let me try this on that," and then you know what I mean. Always open minded, both of us to try it. Do you know what I mean? Because it's everyone can show you something. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like if you're never willing to look at a narrow minded perspective, then you're never gonna see anything different. You know what I mean? If you've got tunnel vision.
1,000%. Like exactly what you said. I have nothing against what you said. I mean, that's you should always be looking for that for whatever anybody says. I mean, sometimes it might not be the best thing to do, but maybe apply it some way else, or maybe just think about it. You never know, because like just like what you're talking about with vocal changes and stuff. I mean, the proper way to do a vocal chain is have your your de-esser, then your EQ, and then your compressor, this and that. But if you play with it and put it like over here, maybe just a little bit, it gives a funky little sound to it, and it's kind of cool to put that like your background vocal and fucking play with that chain with it. It's just there's some ways to go against the grain a little bit, but to have fun with it being the same though, because there's always there's always the proper way to do it, but at the end of the day, it's art. So what? So who's to say what's the proper way?
Yeah, 100%. And I always think it's true when they say it's like, don't like. Obviously, there is a certain science, but never go too much to science. Go to by what you're hearing. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's very important. You can't always go with the. And when you're doing presets, to me, like, if you always go with the same, like, if you just implement certain changes and do these little things, it's just like, yeah, like that's what I'm saying. We're learning, innit? So, like the way you're being messing around with what you're saying with your vocal changes like that. It's just like when you do them little things, you can hear something like really cool at you. Like when you get some of them like effects, Austin, like even like even the beginning of Crooked Smiles, and then the way you come in on it, I just think the way you got that to sound, like it just sounded out there. It sounded cool, and it actually was like it's not a sound you're gonna hear all the time. It's like your sound.
I appreciate that, bro. And and that's the thing though too, is when you mess with those sounds though, is to be able to also pay attention to those comments and stuff and those people, what they're saying though too, because those sounds, sometimes when you mess with those sounds, they might not be the fucking greatest. I mean, I'm just gonna be real with you, they might not be, and I do that 1,000%. Like I do that all the time with messing with it, but that's kind of the art and the fun of it. When you do mess with it, is that you might come across that one sound that's like, fuck, that's like really fucking cool. And you just gotta play with it, and then when you play with it and you have somebody comment back and say like, hey, that's what sounded good, then hey, and you're going against the grain too. That's always just kind of a cool concept just to kind of think about. Is just like it's just having that like be with the grain, but then also go against it too and have fun and see what it might take you. You never know. It's you're creating new sound.
Like them Sleep Token renditions, I felt like they've improved a lot from the earlier ones. Do you know what I mean? So you know what you're saying. It's just about actually sometimes putting it out there. Because I feel like sometimes, even when you put a tune out there, and even if it's not your best one, I feel like once you've gave yourself time to breathe and it's out there, you can look at it from more of like from a different perspective. Like you can look at it you look at it differently. You hear it differently because now you're not just focusing on what you was thinking in your own head. You're thinking, how's it going to sound in an audience's head? So even if you post up your demo versions or your rough drafts, it's still worth it because you can sometimes catch what's missing by listening to it differently. You know what I mean?
1,000%. 1,000%.
Not just on my phone speakers, actually from my headphones, through my mum's phone or her TV. You know what I mean? It's just the more you can hear it from like different angles, you can hear it. You can actually hear where you can put certain things in or implement it.
100%.
Exactly. You make it sound good across all headphones, all speakers. You're doing something okay.
Yeah, and it's really
because in essence, when you go into a studio, you've got everything at your at your fingertips. The best speakers, the best you can sound great there. Obviously, everybody can sound great in the studio. But if you can make it sound good on some cheap ass headphones that you get from Dollar General or something, and you throw them on, it's like, oh, okay. Then you're doing something pretty well, because that's a good art of mixing.
And that's the thing what makes actually Voloco great as well, because I'm not joking. Like when I was practicing, I wasn't doing it really on FL Studio. I mean, I used to do like the odd beats and all that, and I've done a couple of tunes on FL, but it sort of taught me the way you can mix, like your effects, the way you can change them, the way you can do delays and stuff like that. Yeah, because you know when you've got very basic, like you've got basic knowledge of how it actually works, it really gives you like a good guide to see. Because where you can do it so quick, like, do you know what I mean? Where you can do it so quick, it's like, man, like if you just like basically you can broaden your horizon in it. You know, like the way you listen to a tune, be like, oh my god, if it sounded a bit deep here and I've done this certain thing where it echoes or it goes stutters and stuff like that, it's going to sound epic. And like how we can put our voices in our tunes, and it to me like how we can put our voices in our tunes and just make it sound like it matches the beat. Like you know when you use an effect, like say if it's a high pitch effect, a squeaky one or something just for example, or one with a massive cathedral sort of sound, yeah. But how you can get it to sound like it was in the beat that the producer made. I feel like once you can match your vocals the way it sounds like the producer made it to match it, it's just crazy. Like once you start like
1,000%.
understanding your vocal spacing and all that stuff, and how you can change the beat, like you're saying. Once you know how to do that, it's just that's the difference between like your basic understanding, your basic quality, to where you start getting more knowing your ins and outs about it as well. Do you know what I mean?
1,000%. 1,000%.
Mm. And also, like the way I think it's really good as well. How you can get that sound actually when you're doing it, like doing the effects and edits through Bandlab as well. And I just think to myself, like, it's crazy how these like apps more, but this one sound more towards Bandlab. It's crazy how these apps. I don't know. It's just basically like you know, it's like their own. Yeah, it's like their own recording studio, isn't it? It's just like their own. Yeah, I just think it's crazy. And also, I'll jump to one thing that I do love about Bandlab as well. Actually, they've actually got a tuner on there as well, so you do your guitar tuning on there, and you can obviously split. You can master, which you can split on Voloco. I just wish that sometimes when you import your layers, you could have it from the raw edit you done it, but because sometimes it will try to improve the sound, but where it sounds a bit not quite the same. But I reckon that is something that is coming. You know what I mean? But as far as community, as far as setting up and learning new things, I found Voloco to be my favourite 1,000%. And I like Bandlab because you can send it over through collaborations. But you know, I think they're both really good, and I think literally people should incorporate, but you know what I mean, both into their work because I think they both really have got their benefits, both of them. So, like, and I think with what I absolutely love about Voloco though is that you can't connect and record to a beat quicker than Voloco because when you're going through beats, you're actually the good thing about all them producers in it on there, like now, especially with the beat stars. Like I remember when I was trying to find VD on the beat, like on Voloco, I never found it. But like you know, since they've joined beat stars, it's just like man, like. But I actually sometimes go on BeatStars on YouTube to find the beats rather than Voloco because you can select literally pinpoint what genre you want. But I just think for finding beats and literally recording from the get go, it's easiest on there. But I think Bandlab, like you said, it's got all them layers. You've got loads of different things like visual EQ, the multi-band compressors, the cleaners. Yeah, 100%. You know, I think you should. Everyone should always do. But also with Voloco as well. Actually, I like the VST with the harmony sequences and stuff like that. But I'm saying like I think people should do their music. They should implement it how they, you know what I mean, how they want to implement it. And I think that is to me, Voloco is the if you're you know like it's the I think it's what the best one to find producers for a start. I think it's the best one to get a quick presets. I think Bandlab though you can import as you have so many choices the way you want to import it. You can import the whole stems together. You can actually merge your vocal lines. So to me, like you know, if you've done a big basically sequence of doing different vocals, like it's got different vocal layers, you can actually merge them, which I think is really good. The duplicate feature, where you can also do your panning, it's easier to do it like that. 'Cause you have your main, your left, and your right. Yeah, they've both got their ups and their pros and their cons. That's the yeah. I think the cons with Bandlab as well. I feel like you know the artist when you connect. It's probably different for you because you like sound about Sleepyhead as well, which was one of your pals, and it's a bit different for you. But I've never really had that engagement with people on Bandlab. So
Yeah,
I think if I started off with Bandlab and I kept on with Bandlab, I really do think I'd be still at my not at say beginner, but I just feel like I wouldn't not know as much, and I probably wouldn't be that into it as much as I was. Like the connections I made, you know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, I made a few connections on BandLab. It's hit or miss because most of the time they're gonna message you and be like, hey, can I mural your profile picture and I'll pay you $500. I promise if you just let me do it.
What the fuck?
Just go ahead and do it. Like why would you ask me? You could have just saved yourself $500 by just not asking me.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, like,
it's always like that kind of stuff. Yeah, go ahead.
as well. And I was just saying, like, you even know, like, what was I going to say to you? Like, you know, with the playlist things when they introduced that feature and stuff like that. Just even that's one thing I like as well. You have your song, you can have your songs in the order you want through the playlist, though. Granted, but you know, even having that, and when people put you on yours and all that, that's what I'm saying. I think when you get, you know, the views, the way the algorithms and stuff like that as well. And I think I was saying touching up on this subject before. You know, the feature thing they have for beats and for tracks, mainly towards tracks. I think if they had more features, I just think it would just go such a long way because there's so many people from different parts, you know what I mean, or different regions and stuff like that. But I do think that because when I didn't have a feature star even it just really made me want to obviously get it to sound better because I was thinking to myself it would be nice just to know that there's a recognition from the app itself because it would just show you that you're heading more in the right direction. Because when people write comments and stuff like that, even though you get like genuine ones, you also get ones where they're on the Voloco hype or they're in a hype within themselves, like where they're just trying to get these dopamine hits. So just hitting at comments like fire emojis and stuff like that. To be fair, not everyone's got the same time to be making comments and really listening throughout the whole things. But you know when people go, "Oh, it was absolutely great." Like, I've got an example, and I'll just say it, and I'm saying no, but how romantic. That's what the comment was. It was about my nan passing. But there you go. You know what I mean? It wasn't very, but yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. But that's why, obviously, and you know the artist appreciation feedback thing as well. I remember reading the comment, because I didn't really at the time. I was sort of thought it sounded good, obviously to me. Do you know what I mean? I didn't know as much, and I was thinking I'm going to message because I'm just curious to why I have never really had engagement or anything like that. Yeah. This was when I had tracks for getting views, but not really. Like, I never had the feature. And then I remember when they saying like the microphone quality. It sounds like it's a low quality mic, and that I need to learn how to use the compressor more. Yeah, but you know, once I actually listened to that, I actually did because I did think the songs. So some of the songs were good, but I did think it made me realise really like you know like the vocals, like how it was in and out all the time. It wasn't really steady with the beat. And then once I sort of learned how to use the compressor more and the EQ, that's what I'm saying. You get your confidence in the way like keep going, don't you? Like you know when you hop on a track now, there's obviously times we're having our off days, but I just feel so much more confident hitting a track now than I did back then. But I was just in my own head, like with that, it's like literally 10 seconds in, just turning it off because I was thinking this sounds crap. You know what I mean? And I've done whole verses where I was like, oh, geez, this verse. You know when you're so in your hype, like you so in your like in the moment, ain't you, Tom? You're like, oh my god, that track sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Then you listen back to it or something, you're like, what the hell? You know what I
So
mean?
the thing is, I don't have off days because I'm the greatest.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. No, I'm just.
That's
I
a
know.
Casper. That's a Casper lyric if I ever heard one.
Yeah.
No, literally though. I'll tell you what, though, Tom, as well. It's just like when I'm hearing certain tracks by
Yeah.
I'm just like, to me, it just sounds like the production. Like literally, like I feel like some of your songs now, Tom, they just sound like they really do belong on platforms. So
That's
being
the thing.
serious,
I've got thousands of songs. I just don't. I can't put up. I'll be embarrassed if I put up a bad song. So that's why I don't know. I don't have the confidence to put up like even if I'm out of key, if I'm not hitting timing perfect.
The logo is perfect for that, bro. Just like it's like when they throw spaghetti on the wall and they see if it sticks. Like that's what the logo is for, bro. Like just throw it out there, and then if you like it, and if it's great, then go monetize it and go put it on Spotify and fucking let's rock and roll.
100%.
Come on, bro. You know that. Come on, you got so many songs I know that are sitting there, bro. They're so fucking good. Just don't play with me, bro. I know you got them in there, bro. I'm telling you guys, Tommy is so good.
John, tell
But
you what I think as well, Austin. What is crazy? It's just like like that's what I'm saying. We've had like a couple of features, we've like done a few tracks tonight, Tom. Yeah, but I just feel like you're so low key and low profile. Yeah, like they develop and all that. Trust me, they don't even realise like once you start. Because I feel like to me like you actually are one of the top artists. Even when I listen to you, Tom, and I just think there's not many people that can even appreciate it because they don't really know anything from you. And it's just like you've got the potential to be up there, just right up the top, Tom. Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm really lazy when it comes to promoting myself. So I get others to do it for me.
stop it, Tom. Stop
Yeah,
it.
not even put anything
Stop
in
it.
draft stars, Tom. Fucking
I know.
crazy. No, no.
Too
Oh
good.
shit,
Too good, bro.
Dustin's ringing me. Divert that stuff. Yeah, how do I do that? I need to put it on Do Not Disturb actually, so I don't get no calls coming. That's pretty. Because actually, it was like threw me off.
All right, so am I doing the next question?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you say Voloco has helped you grow more and more?
The one after that.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, what has been your favorite part about joining Voloco?
I'll go first. Yeah.
I'll go first.
Go on.
My favourite part about joining Voloco, honestly, probably the collaborations. I love collaborating with people. I love hearing other people's music. I love scrolling through the hot tracks, seeing all different types of people, like people with like 0 likes that sound amazing.
Yeah.
Honestly, I love hearing all different genres. Yeah, so
Do you want to tell you also as well, though, Tom, as well, like, what is it? Do you know, like, before Voloco, I didn't really, even though I listened to, like, so many different types and all that, and there was a few other languages and all that, but, like, all these, like, different regions and different countries and stuff like that, it was just, like, I love hearing how people, their flows and, like, the way they do, like, they hit things differently, even just the way their mannerisms, you can, like,
100%.
do you know what I mean? Obviously, if someone who speaks the Russian language, I feel like some of they're quite good at fitting that firm, sort of strong sort of style. And then when you get the nice Spanish like Latin, that's what I'm saying. It's also really nice to hear like how smooth and like fluid they get, like can sound. Hip hop, like America as well, like even with rock. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just the country, especially. You know what I mean? Like we've all got our different like things like genres we hit, and do you know what I mean? I think that's a really cool thing as well. And Jamaican, innit? Like especially like and not just saying Jamaican reggae, but reggae. It's such a lovely, beautiful genre because like it hits on the offbeats and stuff like that. Just anything what can give you different ideas. I like. Do you know what I mean? That's a really cool thing. I think one of the best things, definitely, the best thing is the collaborations. I think 1,000%. And even if you're not actually collaborating with them musically, just to even have insight of their knowledge and what they do.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? That's another great thing. And I think, when you get your down days and stuff, once you've started making friends with people in the community, you get where they check up on you and stuff, and it's nice, isn't it? You've checked up on me before. I've like checked up, see how you're doing. Like it's just like even unknown flower. Do you know what I mean? Silver Surfer. It's just like even when you're having your down days, even if it's not music related, do you know what I mean? Sometimes you've got the people that you can really speak to as well. So it's just not even just the music side, it's just the relationships and stuff in general. And just mingling with different people. And seeing different
Exactly.
views, really, Austin, seeing different views, like whether it be, I don't do too much politics, but you know, I'm never one to shy away from a conspiracy theory or a view. You know what I mean? It's always interesting to me. You know what I mean? Definitely.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
And how do you both feel like? You know what I mean? Like, you obviously, even though you know what I mean, we engage and stuff. Obviously, you've all got people you engage with more, and it's just like, you know what I mean. I suppose you both have, you know what I mean, that them times where you're engaging with people, and it's just like, yeah, it brings you back, and it's sort of like it's with you as well, isn't it, Marvan? Like Mariposa and like you, are just are incredible. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just beautiful how we can all connect and actually, yeah, like be just feeling a good energy, innit? Like.
100%.
Wherever it may lead, like, you know, if I come to America one day, if you come to the UK one day, do you know what I mean? It's just
100%.
there's things like I met UK Beats and I just thought to myself in Coventry and it was really weird. I was like offered to work in Coventry by not even my boss, by one of my mates. And basically he said it and I didn't realise till he said Coventry the second time. I was like, oh my god, UK Beats, he lives in Coventry. Met up, like literally had a drink. Went to like my hotel for a little while, like had like a bit more to drink, and then the next day I see his dad, and we all sort of met up, and I just thought, damn, and it's just so crazy. It's these things you wouldn't actually think would happen in a million years. Really, 'cause you don't, even though you can talk about it, you don't. It's not really obviously reality till it's happened. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah.
Exactly. 1,000%.
Yeah.
1,000%.
Like, that's what I'm saying, and you also got in it. You like Edwin and all that met up in it. Like else.
Oh yeah. Edwin Spilk met up in Miami, and then recorded with a producer out there. It was a pretty fun experience. Yeah, and obviously too, we're still gonna meet up in the future too. As long as you too, you better get your passport.
I better get my passport. You haven't
You're
even got
coming
a
to
passport.
America, baby.
I love
Hey, is
it.
there any way we can edit out like this next like 45 seconds? I need to go to the bathroom like really bad.
Oh yeah, that's all good, man. Go ahead.
Okay, 30 seconds, bro.
Let me go piss.
All right, go on. I'm going to go for one as well in a sec. All right, B2 set.
My name is Cleveland Brown, and I am proud to be right back in my hometown with my new family.
This one's champ. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, man. Have you got any pets of your Malvan?
Yeah. I have a lot of animals actually. I have 3 little dogs and 1 cat that's always on my windowsill. She's always up my ass.
I'm definitely more of a cat person, man.
I love cats, but oh my god, they are sassy.
Yeah, they are. That's what I'm saying. I like it because you know, sort of. I'm one of them people. You know, like when you like stroking an animal, like you know, when you sort of. I feel like they come to you when you like, you know, when you both want affection. But whereas I feel like dogs, they're a bit obviously they're like law, aren't they? They're stuck by your side, aren't they? I'm like, I like an animal who can just like literally go away for a little while and then come back.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I ain't fed you today. The neighbour will. No, I'm joking. No, I'm joking.
What the hell?
Like, I was saying, how many years is your dogs, the little ones? Like,
One of them is 10 years old. It's an old Chihuahua.
yeah.
The other one is 4 years old. She's a Chihuahua pug mix, and then I have a 10-year-old Pekingese. She's old, but she has a young spirit. And my cat, I think, is turning 6 actually.
Yeah, it's weird. I think it's weird how you can get connected like with like pets and all that. It's just crazy, isn't it? Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, Especially, I just obviously even like when Rudy stayed at mine for a little while. You know, when it's like I think it's good sometimes for your mental health and loneliness in it. But you know, like when your house is a bit wild and stuff anyway, it's just a bit like. Oh, get out for a second. It's just like when it's like because when my sisters are staying around, my nieces and nephews and stuff, and then you've got the like dogs running around barking because the kids are knocking on the door every 2 seconds. Oh, we want to go out and play. We'll stay. If you want to go out and play, stay out and play. Don't keep banging on the door every 2 seconds. Because when I'm recording, sometimes that is happening. And I'm like, I can hear the doors banging in the background of like, my recording. And I'm like, man. Oh, don't tell you what's annoying. Have you ever done a recording as well where you've had something playing on your phone or you've had something playing elsewhere and you didn't realise it was playing when you've had your headphones on or whatever? Yeah. And then you can actually hear it minor in the track, and you're thinking, oh, that's well up, you know. Especially when it's a good take or something as well. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh, like
Gosh,
earlier I
it's the
told
worst.
you, I told you I'd done that track and I lost the verse to it, and I was just like, just because I've got
That's the
my backup
worst.
I've got my backup set up for like every 5 minutes. It was just like a really quick thing, and it was just like, yeah, that it wasn't within that 5 minute time, and I just thought
It was there, and then it was.
that's really yeah. I managed to catch some of the words, but it wasn't the same. It wasn't even flowed quite the same.
You couldn't have gone back on the actual studio session, like press it like a back
Revert to
arrow,
last
got
backup.
reverse back.
Pardon?
Last
You
backup.
Yeah, I did that. I reverted to last backup, but it has to be like 5 minutes. I've got mine set backs up after every so much, not after every letter.
5 fucking minutes.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. So
Oh.
5 minutes. Before I had it set to every minute it would back up, but I changed it.
No.
That's what I'm saying. And it really pissed me off. Yeah,
Oh, why would you do that?
but I still managed to catch some of it, but it wasn't caught the same. Do you get what I mean? Some of it. I know. It's like. Yeah, you know and plus you know when you're trying to go back to like that energy that you had before, trying to go back to old energy.
It's hard to match.
You can't.
It's hard to
It's
match.
got like yeah, you can. Well, you know what I mean. Some tracks like definitely like the longer we've been doing it, we can tell when we changed like or done it differently. That's why it's important to keep. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what I mean, like the same sort of distance, or even just. Do you know even when you're trying to match it? Yeah, you know when you change your effects and like stuff while you're doing it. To say like once you've done it and you've changed the effects, but you know when you're trying to match it like before, because now you can hear the effects properly as well, and then you're doing it. Sometimes it sounds better than you did the bit before, Tom. It sounds better than the bit before because now you've got confident with your sound and the sound you had before. So sometimes you have to literally go through the whole thing again just to get it to sound like one solid sound. Do you know what I mean? Which is important sometimes. But you freestyle as well, though, and it's Austin. That's what I mean. I'll do it sometimes, but I'm mainly just quick write. I'll just write my stuff quickly, or just not. It doesn't even have to be written quickly, but I don't normally write pen to the pad these days. I'm normally just
You
go over.
punch in, don't it?
Yeah.
You like punch in as you're like going.
Yeah. Yeah, like so. If there's
Like
one
you
little edit,
record your punch, record punch, yeah.
yeah, record punch. Literally, that's what. Sometimes if you feel it a little bit differently, you don't have to do that as much.
Well, sometimes you want more of a,
Yeah.
you know, an actual written,
Yeah.
like an actual take your time piece. But like most of the time, it's
Mhm.
just a.
Yeah, like fucking hell, Tom. Like
Yeah.
we've both been in the same rooms as each other before. We've like both chose the beat. In it, Tom,
100%.
where you've actually showed me it straight away, and then I've showed you it as well, yeah. And it's just like it's crazy. Like it's crazy. Like I bet, like a lot of your like tunes what you thought were really good are the ones what you just at the time you just literally.
My best tunes are the ones I've barely put any time in.
Yeah,
I swear.
My
I
words
swear.
are the ones I've done.
that's
I
what I
swear.
think.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy how that works too. It's crazy. It's just. Yeah. I agree 1,000%.
I'm not too sure if you touched this last time I went, but do you put do you write down lyrics often, or do you do it like through your phone?
Well, yeah, I'm not a pen and paper type of dude. Bandlab has like kind of like what Voloco has, where you could just like write lyrics. If I have a beat that like I'll import it and just as I go on, even if it takes like an hour or so, like as I like sit there and listen to the beat over and over again, I try to get a feel, and that's how I usually write lyrics. I'm terrible at freestyles. I can only write. If I don't write it, I'm gonna lose it.
Yeah, no, that's I feel like honestly, I'll get the odd time when I try it, and then it's just like it'll hit to a certain amount of seconds, and then I'm like, yeah, I don't want to. But I think like one of the things, like when you still continue to, even when it sounds crap, like eventually when you keep doing it, it does do that. But honestly, yeah, writing. It's just to me, it's just like even when you're writing, when you're saying punch record,
Yeah.
like you can get you can get the lyrics or the vocals exactly how you want them when you punch and record. I feel like a lot
100%.
better. Like when you just, but sometimes it changes the way you write when you freestyle, obviously. So which is cool because you can pick up from different vibes. But when you write it and put like punch and record, I just think you always get that banging sound.
Well, most of the time, I kind of got an idea in my head already. Like from hearing the beat and the instrumental, I already have an idea of where I want my song to go. So I don't really need to write. You know what I'm saying? I just punch in from like what type of style I want to go on from there. Like when you hear a certain track, like whether it's sad, whether it's happy, you kind of know like you just got to think of like a subject to talk about.
Yeah, I was going to also say, so when you get these artists that only do one take freestyles, yeah.
Yeah.
Because like I'm just saying everyone's different, isn't they? It's just like I've had people basically like say that with me and stuff as well, and I've just thought I've actually liked some of them, to be fair. But when you feel like especially when you write, when you write something, you feel like it's got a lot of meaning. You spent time into it, or it's just got a certain feel, and then you feel someone sometimes freestyles on it. Depending what sort of art, what sort of the artist is like. I feel like obviously sometimes, like I don't want to mention people's names, but it is as well. Yeah, in it, Austin. Yeah, someone who freestyles. Yeah, so yeah, and then it's like, man, I put fucking a lot of effort into this, and it don't feel like you're actually emotionally even connected with it, or it don't feel like you're connected with it. Like you get
1,000%.
people. It's just a shame. Like I think sometimes when they'll only want to do it that one way, but you know what I mean. To me, like the more you appreciate it, the more you say to yourself, I want to listen. I want to look back at that, or I want to listen back to that, and actually be proud of it, or I want to actually feel like I've done something on it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like some
1,000%.
people need to carry their, you know what I mean. Some people they say they want to elevate themselves and stuff like that, but they don't. You know what I mean? They're just if you stick to one thing, you're never gonna do that. You know what I mean? You need to, you just need to fucking like amount of even like you listening to stuff, watching when we watch videos or we've listened to something just as a little tip, or we've got told a little tip. Like it's just, how do I explain it? It's just like if you really
Implement
want
it,
to get good
try
at
it.
something, you've got to educate yourself or be willing to try, innit?
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
1,000%.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this was so. That's why. Literally, at one point, I was. Do you remember how many collabs I was just doing? It's like, geez, at one point, I was like, looked at because I remember like once first started doing them, yeah, and it was like I went to one point where I was just like, I don't know, I just felt really crazy. I was like, shit, like at one point, I'd say last year, I'd say I've done so many. It was like crazy. Do you know what I mean? And now I still want to collab with new artists. I still want to do stuff with new people, and I want to get back into that actually more, to be honest. And I want to get back into engaging more because I feel like music, once when you keep doing it from an individual, like when you're doing it solo and stuff like that, you need. I feel like you need the connections to actually make you feel like more connected with it. And but like these days when I'm doing collabs and stuff, it's just I want to collab where I feel like the other person, even though if to me I like certain things differently or something like that in my head or something, but I still know like if you actually feel connected and you can feel the connection to it, that's all. Do you know what I mean? That's all I want. Do you know what I mean?
1,000%.
Yeah.
1,000%.
You know what I mean? And also, if that has to go onto a platform, then I want to make sure because I wouldn't want to do something on a platform unless I felt as connect. Like, I'd like to feel the connection throughout the whole song. Do you know what I mean? Without even because people got different styles and stuff. You know what I mean? And still, but if you still want to feel connected to that, even if it's a different style, you still want to feel connected. Do you know what I mean? Because it feels like it feels out of place to you, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that when you speak to artists and you get to know them more like on a real level, yeah, you know what I mean. You both like you could say to me like Steph, like seriously, Steph, like if you do this, I think it would sound like that much better or anything like that, like constructive criticism, like you've said as well. And also, where am I going with it? Basically, like if it isn't meant to be anyway, yeah, but it doesn't matter if you can always make another song. I always say that don't get your feelings too hurt or too down, like because that song wasn't the song or something. Not that I've ever really had spoke to people like that, but you know, like in my heart, if someone said, "I'll see another direction for this song," like guess what? There's always another song, and just because someone sees another direction, it doesn't mean they don't want to work with you. It means they don't respect you. You know what I mean? Don't ever get too in your feelings. You know what I mean? What's meant to be, was going to be. You know what I mean? And if you ain't got that, if you ain't got that about you, I feel like the connections we make. You know what I mean? The way we go about things goes a long way. Like if you can't handle things like that, then you're never gonna get you're never gonna get real respect. You know what I mean? You're gonna get that. Oh, you know what I mean? Yeah, you're talking to each other, but it's not really that real because you don't really respect what the other like. Yeah, it's like some things are meant to be. Like if it was your song and you felt like you'd done a masterclass on it, and you see that direction, then I would say, guess like that's good, really good on you, isn't it? Yeah, you got to have that about you, I think. Yeah.
1,000%. 1,000%. Miles, you got the next question?
The next question is describe Voloco in 3 words, if you have any.
Like literally, I love it for like versatile. Like literally, I love that. I love it for literally, like I'd say it's a very
It's friendly for me.
yeah. I think it's like educational.
Definitely.
It's educational. I feel like it's very like diverse
100% diverse.
and so educational, diverse, and I feel like it is very. So let me think, because you've got diverse, educational, and you've also got the aspect of engage, noticed in some aspects. Do you know what I mean? Noticed for what the passion you're diving into, like because if you go on certain like other raps and stuff like that, it's sometimes not they're not solely based on just that. And if you're like a beginner and you're like learned, because that's pretty much what I was like from my experience. Yeah, it's just that's what I'm saying. It's what did I say on the last one, Tom?
What? What are we talking about?
On Voloco, what did I say on the last one? Do you remember what I was doing?
What, educational?
No, not educational, diverse, and noticed. Noticed, that was the one. Yeah, I think it's nice to feel like you noticed and like just not even from Voloco, noticed by other artists that you know what I mean, listen to or you respect or just noticed in general, even if someone doesn't like your stuff. It's just quite cool to see that something's got a play from you don't know where it's from. Be from fucking like anywhere, you know what I mean? Like so it's like literally the other side of the world. Like that's pretty crazy, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You asked him, mate.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Wait, you want me to do my three words?
Yeah, sure.
3 words for Voloco. Versatile, community, and
Porn? No, I'm joking.
I'm joking.
What would you say? What would you say?
I said Kappas in some instances, innit? Kappas, like people are just, you know what I mean? Do you get what I'm on about? It's for some people, they're a bit on their like feelings. You get what I'm saying? Like it's full of people that.
Oh! It's full of emotions and feelings.
Yeah, it's full of
To say the least.
I know.
People get in that. People get
I
in their
guess what though?
feelings.
Guess what though? But so I'm saying, you know, like was at one point like you did feel like that though?
Oh,
Because
most
yeah,
definitely.
that's
Most
what I'm
definitely. Who
saying.
wouldn't?
Yeah. It's funny, like because you do like that's what I'm saying. There's points where you do feel like that, and I just think once you start obviously become more part of the furniture and stuff like that, and then you're with like got respect from like around you just in general, yeah, like or people speaking to you. It's just like you get to the point, yeah, where it doesn't mean that much in it. Like, do you know what I mean? Like now, like you know, if I look at the features and stuff like that, to me, I'm just like because I'm so involved with everybody and stuff like that. It just to me, it's just you know what I mean. Good for them. You know what I mean? Like I'm not actually. I'm doing this for like I've got my like views. I've got my like vision. Do you know what I mean? Like whoever get everyone deserves. You know what I mean? To get you know what I mean the flowers and all that anyway. But I'm just saying like we get to a point, yeah. You know that them feelings and stuff like that. I feel like you start to learn like your balance. Like don't let all this shit mentally fuck with you because this was actually ruining your creativity. Like once you start letting that energy start entering your brain, it's just like you can
It fucks
sometimes
with you.
makes you. Some people make music for the wrong reasons, or they talk shit. Do you know what I mean? You know, people talk too much shit. Like
Absolutely.
you know what I mean? It's just like fuck that energy. You know what I mean?
Uh,
Like,
agree.
you know, there's nothing behind your. Like, you know, if you're saying
All right. I just want to make sure I can hear everybody. All right. You guys can hear me, right?
yeah.
All right. I'm so sorry about that. It was literally like going, like, I don't know what happened, but yeah, it was like,
Yeah, I was like,
glitch.
okay, that was weird.
Man, I feel bad because that was like a whole conversation and it like glitched out completely. Oh my God. I feel horrible.
Okay, so your favorite song from a Voloco artist?
I actually, I'm not joking. I've got so many different songs. Honestly, I'll promise you that.
That's good.
Shall I name a couple of songs?
Go ahead.
Right, look, because I'm trying to think what they're called. Wasted Time, Edwin, Spilt Milk. Natty J's got one. I can't remember what it's called. And it's just so beautiful. Night 27, Summer Song. Yeah, like let me else think what other ones I've like. Yeah, it's got loads of artists I like. You know what I mean? Like shout out to like other artists as well. Like shout out to like Young Jay. Shout out to fucking everyone. You know what I mean? I've really loved Mariposa's R&B stuff. I can't fit the names off the top of my head, but I felt like that album she done. I felt like the quality sounded fucker as well. I'm just not very good at the track names. With I've heard a few. I've heard you on a few clubs as well, Marv Vamp, but I've heard, and obviously with Mariposas. But yeah, I think also with you, that's what I'm saying. I'm not the greatest at track names. But what's the style? I don't know how to say it, but you do a certain genre, and I think you do it like really good. Like, and what genre is it? Because
Are you talking about
yeah,
new jazz or?
I like
I don't
pop.
know.
I
You can
like
get your
rock. I like
vocals. You can get your vocals start. You know you wait and get your vocals to sound. It's a very there's people on the app, yeah, that do that same. They do the same genre of the beat, yeah, but they don't get it to sound like the style. Well, let me find out what it's called. Sorry, let me just quick look for the logo.
go here. Go here. Come here. You want to be in the podcast? You want to be in the podcast? You want to say hi to the podcast? You want to say hi to the podcast?
But ride or die then. It's like I don't want to say. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to say it like that though, where it seems like what affect like yeah, yeah. I think Juice WRLD vibes, but when I'm saying it, I'm trying to like say it like
You've got your like an emo rap.
yeah, I think that's when you do that genre, mate, like the Juice WRLD type, emo rap type. I think your voice nailed it, mate.
Yeah, that's like the best.
Yeah, I really think you are the best at it on or other.
Are we on?
No, I actually think 1,000% you are actually in my opinion, that genre and that style, I think you fucking smash it, mate.
Appreciate
You know what I mean?
that.
You want to know my favourite song? It's a song called Casper by tommylintz, Hedonistbeatz, and A Hunt.
That's definitely a new one, 100%. Guess what though? You've got a tune called Selena on Voloco as well, innit? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's on Voloco, innit? Yeah. That's a really good one. That's not even on his profile, the new one.
Yeah.
Is it?
No, that isn't.
Yeah, and Love Me, that's a really good one. Yeah, like, what else? Why, let me just fucking, I don't know. I'll just like, you know, whenever you listen to it, I've got loads on a playlist. I love Alicia T Freedom. That was one of my favourite tunes at one point. When I heard her do that vocal range, I was like, geez. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
That was sick. Did you say what ones yours before last time? Or?
Okay, me.
Yeah.
You know, one of my favorites. You know, I'm gonna have to give a little shout out to Miss Sleepyhead.
She's fucking incredible, mate. She's really good. She's good. Yeah. Like, you
Yeah,
know, when you say, like,
Miss Sleepy has been a little bit slept on. I want to give her a little shout out. She does some phenomenal music.
oh, don't know me as well, innit? I don't know if I'm saying her name
Oh
right.
God, dude,
As
don't
well, mate.
even get me started
As
on
well.
Don't Know Me. She's so fucking
Gee.
good, and she can sing too, like a motherfucker. She
That
can.
man will
Excuse my
cover.
language. I keep dropping the F bomb like crazy, but yeah, she's phenomenal. Dude,
That
don't
Madwell
sleep on
cover,
this
that
one.
was a
She's
mad
great.
thing. Innit? That Madwell cover, that, gee. It's like, why literally you're like hidden talent, like you could sing you could sing like that as well. It's just like, and plus I really thought it was cool actually, like, you know, the old school hip hop or even like shit like Eminem, Yellow Wolf. It's just like, I really think it's cool because obviously here not as many people know about like artists like Yellow Wolf, innit, Tom? Like,
Yeah,
it's just
no.
like if you know
Yeah.
about it, you know what I mean? Like, and I thought it's really cool to actually see, like, especially in it from Ireland as well, and it's like listening to Yellow Wolf, even like from when we are. Yeah, because I remember like listening to him back in the day. Like, what one was it I used to really love? Obviously, I love Pop the Trunk, but what one was it I really liked? Yeah, I like Love can't get no. What's it called? Love is not enough. That's a good tune. I liked by him as well. That was sick. What about you, Mal Bump?
Man, it's kind of hard for me to even choose because I don't want to be biased at all. But some songs I like from other Voloco artists. Sometimes I've either worked with them or I've helped mix their vocals or got paid to mix their vocals. So I definitely, it's gonna be hard for me to be unbiased. You know, just know that that's not the intention. Oh my god, this already sounds very biased. She's looking at me. Okay. One of the songs Mary Post has actually made, I helped her with presets and stuff on. It's called Waves. I definitely like that one. It's one of my favorites from her more recent tracks ever since I've been helping her with her vocals. But other artists, there's a newer artist on Voloco named Darius, and I've helped mix some of his vocals, but his song This Party, that one is one of my favorites too. And honestly, any metal or hard rock track from Spilk, it's kind of got like really good quality. I enjoy some of Spilk's music a lot, especially the Numb track with him and A Hunt. Actually, that one's really good too. Like that's something I would listen to outside of a logo. Like I could just see myself listening to that like at any point in time.
Yeah, the crazy thing about that at that genre as well, he's just a man, isn't he? It's just like some people just there's genres in it. Do you know what I mean? Like they can hit it so good. And even with the indie stuff, he's like good in it. But to me, I love Natty J for the indie stuff. Honestly, she's good. She's got that indie voice, like to me, and that night 27. Yeah, like people,
Very much so.
it's crazy. It's crazy. Like I just feel like there's certain like in it, like you know, we get certain artists we listen to. I just listen to them. I think, mate, like yeah, you had that genre just fucking sound.
You got it locked down.
Yeah, you got it locked down. It's really cool when you can hear that. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it just I don't know, puts you in. It makes you stand out in that category. Puts you in your league of your own, as to say. You know what I mean? Not discrediting anyone
1,000%.
else, but everyone's got a
Absolutely.
preference, isn't they? Oh, you said, didn't you? Who did you say?
Casper.
Oh yeah,
Like,
no,
he
but, oh
would be-
yeah. How about? Oh, we was talking about artists as well, though, was it?
What we're talking about artists.
Yeah,
Favorite artists.
yeah. Sorry about this, Lyle.
Laundry Room. I like Laundry Room. I like her voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spilt Milk's good. Yeah. I like
Laundry
his voice.
Room, you can just tell there's so much more potential. Like she's, you know what I mean. Once she gets more,
Yo,
like that
yo, yo,
the
yo.
microphone, she gets that going.
Tommy, I'll get you hooked up with. Dude. I think that'd be a really cool collab. You and Tommy, you and Laundry. I can get that connected with you. I got
Yeah, no,
Laundry's.
she's great. Man. She's actually well good.
Yeah, they've got one little collab. They've got one collab, haven't you?
Yeah, we've
No,
actually
do you
got.
really?
Yeah.
No,
I hit
kidding.
her
Okay,
up.
I'll have to check it out.
I saw her on the hot tracks. I hit her up. I was like, "Yeah, your voice is too good." So
Yes, yeah, no, she has a phenomenal voice for sure. She really does. Like, and it's like if you just play with it a little bit, like if you get the raw vocals and get to play with it, oh,
that's
let me
what I
tell
said.
you.
I said, "Send me your raw vocals. I need your raw vocals, man."
Yes, let me play with them, please, bro. She's letting me play with them, and I'm telling you, they're, ugh,
Pause.
yeah,
Do you want to tell another crazy thing is because I think like when we was like back in the days as well, like my old vamp, innit? Like you couldn't you used to be able to customize your like effects, either could you on Voloco? I'm sure, like back in the day, innit? Is that right? You could
Yeah,
do that. You couldn't like like you couldn't customize certain things, and they didn't have like the jazz thing when I was on there for a start. But I'd imagine you know, when you was learning, was you pretty much? But I'd imagine like self-taught with most of it, innit? Like, because you say you've had more, like you said, like you've been on there since 15, so like I'd imagine you was a lot more self-taught and sharp with things. They didn't have the DM features like back in the day, did they?
yeah, they didn't
So
have any of that, man. The only way I could really mix my Voloco vocals back then, I had to use a video editing software called Power Director 14 just to use their equalizer to actually mix my stuff, because you didn't have a lot of options. You had natural tune, hard tune, and everything else, like the Voloco premium stuff, they had like a little bit of it, but yeah, it was mainly just natural tune and hard tune. Those are like the default options, and it sounded very robotic back in the day. Like, it was horrible.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I remember when I was like, yeah, it definitely sounded more artificial, like to the ears, didn't it? And it sounded a bit. Sometimes it used to give off a certain sound, what sort of would linger and irk my ears, or linger and irk, I think as well. Yeah, especially because like, yeah, just obviously just even the processing, like even that. Sometimes I feel like it does process it to sound good, but you know, sometimes once you've even uploaded it, you know, when it makes them minor little changes, sometimes it really does. You know, when you feel like you made good changes yourself, and it sort of changes it slightly, and it just, yeah. There's been times where I felt like it's improved, but there's been a lot of times where I felt like, you know, I wish it just kept to that same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely. So, how long after did you discover Bandlab? I'm not too sure if you mentioned. Sorry.
Honestly, when I came back to Voloco when I was 20 and, started making music again, I think it was around like late 2023. I started picking up Bandlab like right after the holidays, so around January. I started testing out Bandlab because I was used to Voloco's auto-tune kind of like doing the job for you, because Voloco auto-tune and Bandlab auto-tune, even the presets and stuff, it's very different. But once I saw the potential for Bandlab, like what they have to offer, I got the hang of it, but it was definitely hard at first. There was a lot of like high tech stuff in Bandlab compared to Voloco, where you just press a few things and sing like whatever you want, basically.
Yeah, I think as well. You know, like where you can, you know, like you was talking about Bandlab. You know, the tuning when you change the types of tuning on Bandlab, and it's got like the one what also sounds like, well, you know, it sounds like the big fella. I don't know what it's called on Bandlab. Yeah, the duet one, or it might be or something. Yeah, but I do feel like on Voloco, yeah, you know, when you select through the actual vocal things, just solely the vocal things itself. Yeah, I do find like you get more of a variety, like at a quicker speed, and it sounds good. Yeah, but I feel like, yeah, they've got more enhanced features like their compressors and their equalizers and the effects, I feel like you can implement a lot more. But I feel like just to hit straight away, it's a lot easier on Voloco, because I find it harder on Bandlab, but it's harder, but it is better because you can put like in your vocal change, you can actually the things you can put in it. Do you know what I mean? It's just, and also I like the way, you know what I mean. If your vocals sound too low, I like the way you can bring them out. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I feel like you've got a lot more range to tweak it, obviously on Bandlab, but with Voloco, I find it a lot more. Like, especially if you're in your quick creative process, Tom. You know when you know when you're like doing things in your, but you've got that energy, but you know what I mean. You know it ain't gonna be a lasting. So you know when you want to hop on something real quick to just catch it. That's the good thing I do think about Voloco. Definitely. So how many tracks have you've got tracks on the platforms? Yeah, Marvan.
I can't think of a number, but I know not all of my stuff from Voloco is on other platforms, especially with distributing services. I try to avoid legal trouble. I try to use free beats as much as possible, but sometimes I'm only allowed to upload to YouTube. It's very limited on Spotify. I think I have like 5 or 6 songs on Spotify. Mainly everything else is on my YouTube and SoundCloud. In terms of collab songs, though, I try to avoid posting that on SoundCloud because SoundCloud has a free upload limit and I don't pay for SoundCloud Pro, sadly. But yeah, in terms of Voloco, it's a lot easier to just upload whatever because there's unlimited uploads and you could definitely like reach real people. But when it comes to other platforms where, you know, people will listen to like music, like mainstream music and stuff, it's my main thing is YouTube, honestly.
You've got all your eggs like in one basket, aren't you? Like, 'cause you do your videos on there, and you obviously your music content. So it's at least it's all in one place. You know what I mean? And plus, at the end of the day, where do you really want to get engagement? Like YouTube to me is I'll go on YouTube a lot more than I go on Spotify or anything. Anyway, to me, YouTube is just
that's where I go to watch all my music.
Yeah,
YouTube. Rarely on Spotify myself.
I'm only on Spotify if I'm probably
if I'm walking down the road or something.
Yeah. But well, at least I'll watch YouTube when I'm indoors. Do you know what I mean? I think it's cool as well. Like, you know, with YouTube, like, you know, if obviously once you start getting that, you know, like if it was good things, you know, you can do your lyric videos and stuff like that. Even though you can watch videos on Spotify, I'm not being funny. I don't think I've ever watched about one Joe Rogan episode once on Spotify. I like watching shit as well. Do you know what I mean? So I don't really do it on Spotify that much. I mainly just listen. But that's why it's cool. These people are actually putting their fucking life and like stuff into that. You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy how people have got so. I don't know. It just feels like some artists. It feels like they deserve so much more respect and like. Yes, I feel like that's one downside I think about Spotify, but it's good because you can get people on there to listen. But I just think, well, like, mate, for the amount of effort you put in, you deserve to get. You know what I mean? You're like respected. You know what I mean? You deserve to actually get paid for your passion, mate. Do you know what I mean? No one wants to live on pennies and stuff like that. You want to be living like, if you're a really good artist and you've spent loads and you've got really good numbers and you've got good figures, or even however it is, but they should pay more. I think that's just one downside. But that's just music in general, innit? I suppose I'm not very clued up in it all too much, but you see a lot of artists say that, and it's just crazy. Like, what you hear their numbers compared to their streams, it's like, whoa.
Are we doing the next question?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, because I can't remember what the fucking. It's hilarious, isn't it?
It's you, Malvamp.
The next question is, what would you say to another person if they were interested in joining the Voloco community?
Go to say post as much as you can, because if you don't post as much, I don't feel like you get as much.
I just think, like, don't go into it too much with your feelings, and like, try and be what you. Don't try and change the way you want to do things, like, for everyone, or or feel like you have to, because that's what's going to make you. And if you do that, don't get too much in your feelings and be what the artist you want to be. I think that is definitely two things.
Just post music you want to post.
Connect with people. Like, if you're gonna join it, I think it's great if you're joining it and you want to actually do music and like understand it, but don't go too much in your feelings. Like be the art, be like the artist you want to be, and I'd say if you're interested in music and doing stuff like that, it's going to be worth it. But if you don't find it's worth it for you, there's always alternatives, or there's always something that is. I reckon, definitely. What about you, Tom? You got much?
Honestly, just post. If I was telling someone to get on Voloco,
Yeah.
probably I'll tell people. I'll just tell if someone's getting on Voloco, I'll tell them to find someone to collab with.
Yeah.
I feel like cause that's the best way to get introduced to like the Voloco community. Just find someone maybe like not as much views or not as much thingy. Like it doesn't have to be some high end person on Voloco. Just find someone, make music with someone. I feel like it just
and don't go in it like. Yeah, I just feel like don't go in it.
don't go in it held
putting
back.
yourself, held back. Don't go putting yourself down. Like if you're gonna go in for it,
If you're going for it, go for it, innit?
Yeah. With all like that's what I'm saying, Tom. I felt like obviously before I've held back. Like when you feel less confident, do you know what I mean? It's
That's
just
right.
like
Going it with confidence, really. That's what you got to say.
yeah.
Yeah, just go for it for sure. 1,000%. Just do it. Just
Yeah, and like at the end of the day, like the way you know, like I remember Silver Surfer was like saying to me, "Oh, Steph, but I'm not feeling that run of that as much yet." It's like, "Oh, we can't post that and this and like that." I'm like, "What the hell do you really care about?" You know, I was like, we're posting music like to people, like it's caught like why do you care so much? It's not like we're actually.
It's not like you got to impress anyone.
Yeah, like these are people from around the world, like
8 billion people. Well, there's someone that's gonna like your song.
Yeah, it's just like why you don't know what it's like till you try, innit? Like we're not in the same room saying, "Oh, you're absolute this, it's absolute that." Like you know what I mean? Find out what it is. That's what you should like. People should probably do sometimes.
Yeah.
At the time, would you reckon?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and honestly, oh, sorry. So I'll just say one thing as well. Like Thomas really like actually inspired me. Like when I see, like he gave me like the encouragement. Like when I even had to go on your microphone, and when you got that new microphone, Tom, and I see how dramatically it changed the way it sounded, I was like, bloody hell! I was like, it sounds actually so different. Like because it's weird. I feel like when I first started using the mic, to me it sounded worse because my brain couldn't function like how much better it was. You get what I mean? It was just like because I was used to it sounding such a certain way, and then after you listen back to it, you're like, what? Do you know what I mean? Especially once you get a nice studio pair of headphones as well. I think sometimes make a nice difference, but it don't matter really. But as long as you can, I feel like different headphones as well, different frequencies, Tom, in it, picking up on different frequencies. Like you know when you're recording and sometimes you listen to it through the PC speaker. Yeah, it's necessary because you ain't gonna record a whole session like not knowing truly what the sound sounded like. That's another thing as well. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Hello?
Oh,
sorry. I didn't know if anyone was still in the chat because it just showed my.
You're such a boomer.
Now, guess what? What do you mean, boomer?
You're so old.
All right, yeah. Guess what? Yeah. I'm so old. I don't use Discord often, but also, guess what? Yeah, I think when you both ain't got the faces there, yeah, it comes up a full screen. So I'm seeing a microphone there, and I'm thinking, am I actually talking to myself? I have done that before. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah.
I think you feel offended that I just called you a boomer, innit?
Yeah, I know. With this call now, I feel like total. Yeah, I feel like ancient on this app.
Yeah, I know it's confusing.
That's comedy.
But remember with Instagram before we tried to a group chat. Do you remember when we tried to get one going? And what do you call it? It was like who was it? It was what your other mate as well, weren't it? But we couldn't get it going because we was having a hard time. Or was that on YouTube where we couldn't get us all connected together? Do you remember that before, Austin?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, yeah, no, it's like really cool on here how you can actually have that. Do you know what I mean? It was I find it a lot easier. Obviously, because no one wants to do a bloody Zoom call, do you? It's like
Yeah.
a Discord, isn't it? Like, I'm more of a Zoom person. That's how much of an actual boomer I actually am. Do you know what I mean? Which is funny. But who the fuck uses that? Probably, I don't know. I'm not
Yeah.
really. The only time I ever really do a video is probably on Facebook or WhatsApp, and like I don't really ever go on Facebook now. But WhatsApp, I like the odd occasional video actually. Chat, it's really cool. So, what do you call it? Have you ever had the artist then you've spoken to because you wanted to do a collab with you? You didn't know they spoke one word of English, yeah. But I've had it a few times, yeah, because you only ever hear them singing their language, and you know when they've sung in English and stuff like that, or sung in another language even. But have you ever had that experience yet? Like, because I remember like speaking to a few people, and I thought, oh no, he only speaks Russian, she only speaks German, and then you know when you hear them speak English, yeah, it's like,
Yeah, no. Who's who's that woman on Voloco who's like French, but she ain't like she speaks English?
No, Jay Cully's fucking awesome. Jay
Yeah,
Cully.
no, I hit her up. Yeah, I went on Google Translate. Yeah, wrote a whole sentence in French. Yeah, sent it to her, and she went, "Oh yeah, I speak English." Sent it back to her. I was like, "Oh no."
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. When that happens, it's like, and you know what? I've had it actually a couple of times where they've never sung in English either, but they can speak it, yeah, and they've actually done it like with me as well. And I thought that's a really nice compliment. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Where you feel like you've actually done the first like anything with somebody in it. It's like pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, bro. I go
I
get
remember.
drunk.
I remember with Lulu, yeah, she was like the first French like woman I proper spoke to, yeah, like man, like she oh god man, she had that voice, do you know what I mean? Like she was just so good, like different style, like you know he's talking about French and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, when she spoke in English, because she got that different accent and it just sounds really nice and cool. I love that.
Okay, so I got about 1 to 2 more questions, and I've got to wrap up on my end. To be honest.
Okay, then that's fine. To be fair with you, I'm pretty surprised how much time. Like I felt like, yeah, it's actually been really cool. Like there's normally with these sort of things, I'm like, you could hear me like, you could feel the anxiety like a lot
Yeah.
more. You feel it's been kind of like, really nice, comfortable and
we're-
chill. I love it. I'm loving
we're-
it.
We're just talking, bro. We're just kicking back, just bullshitting. We're just shooting the shit, just talking about what we think about music, bro. I mean, it's the
Absolutely.
fun part about it.
Also, could I just say one thing? I asked you as well. How many like much funny stuff do we send each other as well? Like, which
Oh.
is quite like it's what I'm saying. Like, even a few things I send you. You know, sometimes when we're not speaking, and I'll send you a few random videos, wouldn't I? Do you get what I'm saying? And it's just like, yeah,
fuck, all the time. This fucking nutter sends me so many damn videos, and they're so and they're so funny too, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, they're so funny.
Do you want to tell you what as well? What I love about it, it's like some people can't handle that sort of humour, and when you meet sort of somebody who can handle your sort of sense of humour as well, it's just like because I know if I sent that to some other people, some of the stuff I sent to you, they'd be like, "Oh my god, you disgrace" or whatever. Like, they'll think that's the worst opinion. I'm thinking, mate, like that's just like a joke, you know what I'm saying?
I guess I'd be a disgrace too because I laughed at it. Fuck it.
Oh my god.
Well, boys, just before we wrap up right here.
Oh yeah, go on. I don't mind. Is this where we wrap up?
If y'all are good to wrap up, I mean, I guess I'm good to wrap up. It's been an hour and 44 minutes. If there's nothing else to say, I'm good to wrap up. But if there's anything you want to leave the audience, say it now.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Go wrap up. Let's talk.
There's definitely something I want to say. Like me and Tom are getting disc show kids.
Yeah,
We're
tonight we're going all platforms
we're going to
tonight.
go all platforms, and we're actually making that step where we're just
Yeah.
gonna bring out the best of our sounds. And thank you for actually also actually doing this with me because I remember
Yeah.
I remember when Austin first said about it, and I was like, mate, I'm so up for it because like I said to you, like as well, like my old vamp, like you've been the first person I've actually seen like doing stuff like this, like in the way you've been doing it, and I think you've actually taken like a step for like doing you're actually what you've done even here, like you've taken that step forward and actually made it even into a broader scale. Do you know what I mean? And the way you're actually communicating with different artists and doing this stuff together, like my God, like if you're interested in obviously these podcasts and doing music and all that, like honestly, you actually get to learn a bit about people, and you actually get to hear people's creative process. You get to hear people's different perspectives, and it's just like, yeah, fair play. I think it's amazing what you're doing as well. That's what I want to say. Do you know what I mean? I just can't wait to see it actually thrive and boom even more, because I know that's what's going to happen.
I was gonna wrap it behind you and say the same thing. I mean, I just appreciate y'all coming on, and that just keep having that horizon of just trying to make music and just open minded of seeing what's going on, see what people say, and fuck, listen to Mr. Hedonist and Mr. Tommy, please. They're so fucking good. Just listen. Just take your ears and just put them into that fucking speaker and just listen to what they do. And I promise you, it will be very good, because why the fuck would we be doing this in the process if they weren't fucking fantastic? Listen to them. That's what I have to leave it at. That's what I have to leave it at. Just listen to these fucking two fantastic artists. They're fucking phenomenal. And then let your ears fucking think what they want to after that. It'd be great. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that.
I can't wait to see how it's all gonna. Like, I can't wait to see how we're all gonna like evolving all the time. Do you know what I mean? It's just like when you actually like treat this as your passion, you take the next steps ahead, mate. This is like I only have ever felt like optimism. Do you know what I mean? Like when I'm speaking to you, like, do you know what I mean? And it's just like, trust me, we're gonna bring out the best of each other. Like I feel like this year. To be fair, I've said it at the start of the year. I feel like this year is just going to be different. Do you know what I mean?
Different, yeah.
100%.
Goated, yeah.
See, look, and that's what you need. You need people around you that tell you it's going to be the goated year. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I love in it. Like, all these other, people all on this petty stuff. You know what I mean? Like, this is what they're missing out on. They're missing actually out on connecting with people because they're so in their heads and stuff. Like. Trust me, like we've all got talent, and we all actually should put our minds to our talents, because you know what I mean. It's only going to get better, definitely.
1,000%.
Oh, cheers, man. And I appreciate it.
I appreciate you guys. All right, we're gonna chip. See you later.
See you later,
All
legends.
right, have a great day.
You too, mate.
Cheers, guys.
Ladies and gents, artists of all ages, all experience levels, do I have a treat for you? An all-new podcast has been launched for the underground artists, and two of Voloco's finest, Mild Vamp and A Hunt, have taken it upon themselves to provide this for you guys. However good you are as an artist, whatever your musical experience is, to come watch them talk about the other side of being an underground artist. And check out their YouTube podcast. If you look up Mild Vamp under the search bar, the podcast is entitled Just Some Mild Criticism. They cover a lot of bases, just like, using Bandlab, using Voloco, using SoundCloud, where you should post your songs, tips and tricks to help you record so your recordings don't sound unprofessional, so you can show your best friend and show your mom and show your family, so you can join them like Sunday mornings, mid-afternoon for the Voloco podcast called Just Some Mild Criticism. They have special guests from Voloco, artists that you guys all know and have seen, Hedonistbeatz, tommylintz, and many more to come. If you want to be shown on the podcast, or if you have any suggestions, you can reach out to Mild Vamp. You can contact him at mildvampstudio@gmail.com. MILDVAMP studio@gmail.com. You have a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you for tuning in to the Voloco podcast. It's a mild bit of criticism. See you soon. A little bit of mild criticism never hurt nobody.